All right, Hawaii's Manu Nahele, or forest birds, are world famous for their diversity, beauty, and unfortunately, their rarity.
A new film entitled Vanishing Voices, Saving Our Hawaiian Forest Birds, hopes to raise awareness of the urgent mission to preserve these iconic species. And joining us once again is our friend from Birds Not Mosquitoes, Outreach Manager Emma Shelley. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Yee-hee. All right.
She's comfortable already right there.
Yeah. And she brought in a new friend who was actually an old friend.
Yeah, we met him already.
Before.
Yeah,
yes.
I've been here.
This is our Information and Education Specialist for the DLNR Division of Forestry and Wildlife. This is Josh Atwood. Welcome back, brother.
Mahalo for having us.
And we thank you for being here, Josh. Can you please share with our viewers how dire this situation is and why is it important for us to save our Manu Nahele?
Yeah, the situation is very dire. For Hawaii's forest birds, we know of 84 species from the fossil record or from observations, and of those, 58 are already extinct. Wow. That means we have 26 remaining. 24 of those have some level of vulnerability, or they're threatened or endangered. And so we're really trying to celebrate those birds this year. This is Makahiki o Manu Nahele, the year of the forest birds. So all year long, we're celebrating these birds. We're trying to show them aloha, and they're not forgotten. We're fighting for them and their survival. So there's events throughout the islands. This documentary is a great way to educate people. And there's also an event next weekend at Bishop Museum on Friday the 13th, where you can see a new play about forest birds. You can see a new children's book about forest birds called Pau, the last song of the Kauai O'o. So lots of different ways for people to get involved and just learn about these birds.
I love that we're doing this, of course, Makahiki, as you mentioned, but of course this is Hawaiian History Month, and these Manu Nahele have been a part of our culture, our history from, kawa kahiko from back in the day. So we're so glad that you guys have this collaborative effort amongst all of you guys with Birds Not Mosquitoes, and we thank you guys again for being on the show. Now, Emma, yesterday we talked about the techniques you guys are using or deploying to control the mosquito population. One of them is the incompatible insect technique, which involves releasing male mosquitoes, millions of them, right? So my question for you today is, how do we know they're males? And are they genetically modified in any way? Because, people have concerns about that, right?
Sure. Let me take the second one first. They're not genetically modified. What we are doing is introducing a bacteria that does not mess with their genomes or their DNA or anything like that. How do you tell they're male? Well, you can actually do this under a microscope. Male mosquitoes have fuzzier antennae and look different than females, so you can kind of visually sort them out. But to do that for millions of mosquitoes would take way too long. Mm-hmm. And so the company that we're working with has actually devised a way to look inside the pupa before they even hatch and see male or female. And they do this with machine sorting. And so a machine is able to kind of separate the little pupa out, the little baby mosquitoes, into males and females.
Good egg, bad egg.
Right, exactly.
Which one is the good egg, which one is the bad egg?
Gotta be careful with that one.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much. So we learned something new today.
I love that. And Emma, we really are excited for our audience to see the film coming up on Monday, 8 p.m. on KITV. Can you talk a little bit about it? Let us know, let viewers know who have not yet seen it, what they can expect to learn from it.
Sure. So one of my favorite things is it has really, really great footage of the birds. These are birds that you don't really get the chance to see anymore, and so connecting with them and learning about them can sometimes feel really hard. But getting this close-up look at them and watching these amazing birds go about their lives in the forest, some of which are incredibly rare, is just super spectacular. It tells the stories of the people who are on the ground doing this heroic conservation work, and you can see how emotionally invested they are and how much it means to them. And then you also got some really beautiful animation about the history of the birds, their story, and then this whole incompatible insect technique. If that blew your mind and you need a little bit more explanation, it breaks it down really well in a really great little animation in there too.
So much to learn this coming Monday. Of course, we have the air times. It's going to be airing on KITV, and then our sister station KIKU. They're all the air times right there. Again, Vanishing Voices, Saving Our Hawaiian Forest Birds, that documentary produced by Hyperspective and American Bird Conservancy. It features interviews with field teams, as Emma just mentioned, and also some students, which is awesome. We're going to actually have some students coming up on the show on Monday, and I love the fact that they're getting involved early.
Early education.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. All right, Emma and Josh, thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate all the work you guys are doing, and thank you for being here.